Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton. I'm Director of Product Development for the Jayco Motorhome Group, and I'm excited to show you today a brand new model year unit for us. This is the Jayco Swift. It is the 20T floor plan. This is built on the Ram ProMaster chassis. This chassis is an incredible chassis. We've been building on this for a few years now. You see a lot of them out in the industry, in the marketplace, and quite honestly, it's because it's a great chassis. This chassis does have a lot of advanced safety features that you're going to find on your car at home, and so a lot of folks feel very comfortable driving this. It is a great, safe ride for you as a customer. Now, before I get into what this Swift has to offer, I want to point out first and foremost that we build two Swifts. The first is a Swift with a generator. The other is a Swift Li. That's a lithium version of that. Now we're going to be showing you our generator version of this today, but first I want to fill you in on what our lithium system is. Our lithium system is a 48 volt system built by Renergy. The 48 volt system has a 210 amp hour battery. Now you'll see a lot of our competitors advertising that maybe they have a 400 amp hour battery, 300 amp hour battery, but really as a consumer the question is, what does that mean? And so I want to explain that to you a little bit today. Hopefully it doesn't bore you too much, but in reality, we're not talking apples to apples with our competitors. Now, as I mentioned, this is a 48 volt system and a 210 amp hour battery. So what does that mean? If I were to tell you this chassis had 500 gallons of fuel and you get 10 miles per gallon, you're going to know you're going to be able to go 5,000 miles on this. Now, it doesn't have 500 gallons of fuel, but just wanted to point that out. So how much fuel does this lithium system have that Jayco installs? To get your fuel, we need to get it into watt hours. And so we take a 48 volt system times 210 amp hour battery, and that gives us our watt hours. We have over 10,000 watt hours of lithium in all of our lithium packages for our B vans. So our Swift Li has over 10,000 watt hours of lithium. It's a 48 volt system. It's the most efficient in the marketplace today. We are using a 48 volt air conditioner as well. So what does that mean? So if we have a 48 volt air conditioner going down to a 48 volt lithium system, drawing its power from that, we're not having to use a DC to DC converter and lose some of the efficiency of that system. Our air conditioner uses approximately 900 watts of fuel, if you will, per hour. Of that 10,000 watts of lithium, 90% is usable, so we have 9,000 watts. The air conditioner on this lithium system can go approximately 10 hours if that's your only load on this system. So that's quite remarkable in my opinion. Other competitors, they're using a 120 volt air conditioner. They may be using a 12 volt lithium system or even a 48 volt. But when you use a 128 volt alternating current air conditioner, what happens is you have to go through an inverter at that point. That inverter causes that air conditioner to be less efficient. So while we're using about 900 watts of power per hour, our competitors are using approximately 1,500 watts of power per hour. So you can imagine just how quickly that's going to drain the lithium battery. There is nothing as efficient in the marketplace today as our lithium system. So I want to point that out first, that I'm going to be walking around this Swift with a generator. At the same time, if you are wanting the convenience of lithium, if you're wanting to be in, say, downtown Boston and be fully powered without running a generator, our lithium package is absolutely incredible. So back to this, the 2024 Swift. As I mentioned, it is on the ProMaster chassis. It's a great chassis, has magnetic charging in the dash, has a big infotainment center in the center where you're able to play Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can stream, you can listen to the radio. But incredible chassis with some great safety features. As we move down this coach, you're going to see a 13-foot awning. It does have LED lights on it. It is a Thule brand, so it will have legs on it that you can either stake down into the ground or they can go back into this pocket to be out of your way. 13-foot overall length of this coach is approximately 21 feet. I believe it's 20 feet 11 inches. So it's very maneuverable. And so you're going to be able to get into a lot of tight spaces. You're going to be able to pull into your local grocery store and not feel like you're taking up floor spaces with this coach. So it is a nice maneuverable size coach. What you're not going to see on the roof, because we're not going to have a camera angle of that, we do have a WineGuard 2.0 Wi-Fi range extender and 4G LTE hotspot on this. So Wi-Fi range extender. If I'm near a restaurant or a coffee shop that has free Wi-Fi, that Wi-Fi range extender will grab that signal. It'll intensify it, and you'll have a hotspot inside of your van. Also, if you're wanting to be more remote, you're not near a Wi-Fi router, you can utilize the 4G LTE through WineGuard or through your cell phone provider. Now that is a paid fee to you. You're gonna have to pay your Wi-Fi provider, your 4G LTE provider. At the same time, we recognize that for a lot of you, it becomes necessary in this day and age we're in. Could be for mobile work or even just staying connected while you're on the road. As we move back to coach, you're gonna see some beautiful sliding windows here. We are really leading the industry with the sliding windows that we have on our vans. We recognize in such a small space, ventilation is a big deal. With your sliding windows, with your exhaust vent on the roof, you're going to be able to circulate air throughout this coach very easily. Also on the roof, we do have 200-watt solar panel. That is on the roof. It is fixed. We do have a side port on the other side of the van that you're going to be able to plug in a portable solar panel if you'd like to, if you're parked under trees, maybe to get it out into the sun, or even just to have the additional input for the solar there. As we go further back, you're going to see that we do have a 120 volt outlet here. That is GFCI protected, so there's no worry about water on that. That's going to be very convenient for you. If you do have your awning out, you want to have potentially plug in your phone out here. You want to be able to plug in a coffee pot, things of that nature, just to be able to enjoy the great outdoors. That's why folks oftentimes will buy these vans. Coming around to the back of the coach, I want to show you something somewhat unique to us. It's actually going to be inside the coach. We do have this floor plan is a rear bath floor plan. You're going to see this blue disc right here. As you know, in van life, water is really a necessity, and you want to preserve it as much as possible. All of our B vans, we do install this shower miser. Now, a shower miser is essentially a recirculating loop, so that at home, if you turn on your shower, normally you're waiting, say, a minute or two before you get in, because you don't want to freeze. You want the water to be warmed up. Well, van life, you've got limited water. You definitely don't want to just let water come off of your shower. So we close the valve, there's a recirculating loop, and then when you see this disc turn color, it means that your water is at temperature. At that point, you're able to get in, and you can expect as soon as I open up my valve for my shower head that I'm going to have warm water. So trying to conserve as much water as possible. You'll see the beautiful cabinetry on the inside here. This is a high gloss cabinetry. We import this from Italy. We've had great results with this. Really, the fit and finish, in my opinion, is second to none in the industry, and so we'll highlight more of that when we get on the inside. But just wanted to show you the bathroom area. Great thing about this floor plan is that your bathroom is in the rear of the coach. Probably won't be spending much time in the bathroom throughout the day, and so the main area of your van just feels very open. You notice we do have the blackout shades. These are magnetic. We include these in every coach as well. Very convenient, so that if you are wanting to take a nap during the day, if you are in a place with street lights, etc., you're able to get the van totally dark on the inside. So we'll step around to the rear end over here just to show you a couple more things that we're giving you on this Swift. The Swift Li is going to be very similar. There will be minor differences, but this is where your solar port will be for your side solar. Like I said, it is awesome to be able to hook up auxiliary solar to this coach, just to give you probably double as much, almost able to power this coach. We do have a nice LED light here on the side. If I pull up somewhere in the dark, I'm going to be able to turn that on and see all of my connections here. Another 120 volt outlet here. It is ground fault protected. Here we have a black tank flush valve. The black tank flush valve just evacuates all of the residue that's in your black tank after you drain it. Your city water connection, this is a 30 amp coach, so this is where you're going to plug that in. And then say you are staying in a campground, you're able to hook up your cable TV satellite input there. So that's that on this side of the coach. You can see we do have a generator exhaust down there. The generator is a 2800 watt on-end generator, so that's going to be plumbed to your chassis. It is a gas generator. As we go further down, we do have our LP fill as well as our LP on and off. Nice thing about that is there's not going to be any as you fill up, you don't have to worry about it being on your campsite. You can be on your off campsite, just pull up to where they're going to fill it. Very convenient. You'll see here an exhaust vent for our hydronic heating system. This is a Truma system. So Truma is a very reliable name in the industry. It is an LP system. So with that, we are getting hydronic heat for the inside of the coach for your furnace, but then also this is what's going to heat up for your hot water as well as you use that in your sink or even your showers. As you come inside, you're going to notice that this is a very spacious coach. This is our twin bed version. Inside this twin bed version, it's awesome because we have 2 seat belts on this side, so this will seat belt 4 people. We did change our cushions for this model year to make it more comfortable, the back cushions for somebody to actually lean against it. As I mentioned, this is Techniform high gloss cabinetry. This is imported from Italy. As I said, the fit and finish is awesome. Each one has a latch. I know some of our competitors will just use a magnet on the ceiling or magnets on the cabinet door, but we are using a latch just to keep it secure. In case you take a corner too fast, you're not going to have to worry about anything falling out of these cabinets. We are using a solid surface countertop. This is a 2-burner LP cooktop. You'll see that we have a convection microwave down below, as well as a nice size refrigerator for this size of a coach. For this model year, we actually did make a change to 12-volt televisions. Last year, our televisions inside of our B vans, they were 120 volt. Nice thing about this is we're not having to run an inverter in order to use our television. So there again, it's more efficient for you as the end user. 13,500 BTU air conditioner. That is a lot of BTUs for this small of a coach. So if you're down in Arizona, if you're down in the Southwest anywhere, even Florida during the summer when it's humid, you're not going to have to worry at all about keeping this coach cool. Something that we did for this model year that I'm pretty excited about, if you saw this floor plan last year, you'll notice that we had a pedestal table in between these 2 bench seats. And the pedestal table actually turned into how you made the bed. This model year, we actually made a change on that. We added a lagoon table, which the lagoon table is still stored down here where our pedestal table was. The lagoon mount is here, so it's nice and maneuverable. You can move it out of the way. Not a concern about having a knee knocker there. But in order to make your bed this year, we actually changed our mechanism for our beds. And so you'll notice that with this, you just simply lift it, and I'm in the way, but I'll move my knees out of the way. This slides across and then hooks right there via magnet. This cushion here becomes our filler cushion in between, and you get your massive bed at that point. It's a lot easier to use. Like I said, we've removed the pedestal table, no knee knockers at this point, and also the functionality of the lagoon table is absolutely incredible. So there again, it's just very simple to operate. It is one-handed, so did that easily right there. Always thankful when on camera I do it well, but honestly with this one, super easy. But as I mentioned, 2024 Jayco Swift. Absolutely beautiful. Some nice additions for this model year. If you have any questions, contact your local dealer, or if you have technical questions that your local dealer can't answer, feel free to give us a call at the factory and we'll definitely hook you up with some answers. Thanks for taking your time today. Again, Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at Jayco Motorhomes.